Denpa Kyoushi, episode 5, we get introduced to another character. I can't remember his name, but his nickname is Cyborg Human. He's just a brash, sort of bully sort of guy whose father was a professional baseball player. And his father had a mantra, which was, if something is standing in your way, pretty much get rid of it. Overcome any obstacle. If it's in your way, just climb over the shit. Get rid of anything that's in your way for the most part. And he took that shit literal, like a motherfucker. Like he literally took that shit to heart. You know what I'm saying? But we get a little bit into his past and all that sort of stuff, and we see that his father passed away, and that sort of had a weird influence on him because his father, in passing, was just kind of like, I know I told you that if anything is in your way to get rid of it, but that life will only lead you to be isolated, so don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be by yourself and lonely if you live this sort of lifestyle, so don't do that. And because his dad said it, he was like, no, this is not my dad. My dad would never say that sort of shit, so I'm just gonna live by the previous words that he said and stick with that shit full-heartedly. So that's why he is the way he is. But the character is introduced to the series because Kagami is supposed to be teaching his class or whatever, and he's tried to skip out on it by going back to sleep in his room, which I thought was funny. He updated his blog, and he was about to go back to sleep, and his sister pulled that baseball bat on his ass, which I thought was hilarious, And they go to the school, and he's supposed to be teaching his class, and he runs into Potatoes, and everyone recognized her as the Cutter Girl, you know what I'm saying, the underground idol, even though she's not underground anymore, They recognize her, but then all of a sudden the fucking car comes flying into the student body, and yeah, at first I was thinking the same thing, like it must be an accident. That's what I thought. A car must have came up on the curb and there's about to be an accident. But then there's a footprint on the side of the car, and this kid, the bully character, is the person responsible for kicking the car out of his way because it was in his way, so he kicked it. I was just like, wow, that was ridiculous. And then this kid bumps into the bully character, and bully character picks him up. He's about to slam him down, but then Kagami notices that the wimpy kid, has a charm on his cell phone, like I don't know what they call them shits in Japan. Those little things that hang onto the fucking, they hang on your phone. You kind of wear them like, yeah, I'm gonna just say a charm. He has one of those on his phone, and it's an anime character who has some sort of plasma rifle or some shit like that. So Kagami rushes into the scene, not to help the kid, but to make sure that the fucking anime figurine was not damaged. And that shit was hilarious. Kagami is the dumbest motherfucker ever. But yeah, after that though, the chairperson shows up because Kagami and the cyborg human and Kagami's sister was actually starting to get into it a little bit. And the chairperson shows up. She's kind of like, hey, y'all gonna have a battle in 3 days, and the loser becomes the winner's servant and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, y'all gonna battle this shit out in 3 days. All you have to do is make the person admit defeat. That's all you gotta do. We're gonna have a battle. And then that's when Kagami gets the information about the cyborg human. He gets all the backstory and all that sort of stuff. And we actually find out that Face Punch used to be like, she was a delinquent and he was a part of her gang. He was her underling, and he still respects her to that degree. Like, he actually still has a sort of fear. I don't think it's fear though. I think he actually likes her because he blushes around her. So I think he actually likes her, But Kagami tells the cyborg human, he's just like, hey, we gonna play a game, and it's a soccer game that's on the PS3 or some shit like that. And he was kind of like, yep, we gonna play a game. And I think in 2 days time, so you got this much time to figure out how to play this game, because we're going to play a game. And dude just stays up all that time learning how to play that game, and Face Punch comes over. And it's funny because at first the cyborg human wasn't going to agree with it, but then Kagami was just kind of like, yeah, if you don't agree with it, I'm going to have to release all these embarrassing photos of Face Punch all over the internet. And she was like, what? And both of them just kind of like, what? I'm just like, Kagami's a douche. It's funny though, but Kagami's an asshole. And then, yeah, they do that, and then, dude is just staying up practicing on this game. Like, he's practicing for like 2 days straight. He just kind of stays up and practice. And then when they get to the school for their match, Kagami's like, man, you look kind of run down. And then the cyborg him was just like, yeah, I've been up practicing this game all this time. I have enough energy to at least to do at least one more game, and I'm gonna beat you in this one game. He was like, and Kagami was like, that's unfortunate because we're gonna be playing a soccer match. I never said we we're gonna be playing that game, you know, the PS3 game. I just said we're gonna be playing a game, and we see a soccer team form behind Kagami. We see Kagami with the ball. He drops it down, and the cyborg human is just kind of like, you bastard. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the episode ends. I'm like, wow, Kagami's a smart dude, though. He hasn't done this yet, but I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on him to start the lecture. That's gonna be the shit. I love that little. I love that shit. I love when he does that shit. That motherfucker just be like, lectures on. Yeah. But that's how this episode ends, though, man. So we're gonna see that. I don't know exactly what he's gonna do because cyborg human is kind of like running low on stamina and sort of stuff. I mean, Kagami probably did that shit, you know, to you know, for that reason, to make him tired purposely, you know. But yeah, I don't know what was the purpose of putting him back in sports. That's kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? Because cyborg human was a baseball player himself, so it's kind of weird to put him back onto a sports team because he's familiar with the sports, and Kagami himself has a ability to act of like one, so it's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? I also like that Cutter Girl. It's like you can tell that she likes Kagami. I like that because she was like, you here flirting with this girl? You're supposed to be doing this match and you're flirting, and I hope all the happy people die. I thought it was funny. I thought it was cute. You know? But let me know what you guys thought about Denpa Kyoushi episode 5. This series is funny as shit. This is probably the funniest series so far. I'm trying to think of all the anime that I watched. I mean, High School D&D, Born, that's always going to be funny. But I'm talking about all the new stuff I watch. This one's probably the funniest one. Let me know what you guys think about it though, man. Back stampede.